Hi guys, let's look at Kcse 2025 Mirror or Predictor series final. Now, state 2 ways to avoid grammar and spelling mistakes when typing a document using the MS Word application or Microsoft application. Then we have what is the implication of the green and red wave lines that appear while typing a document in Microsoft Word. So, if we can answer these questions, I have two sets of my marking scheme, and so if we go to by this, the ways to avoid grammar and spelling mistakes in Microsoft Word, you can use spell checker. You can also add that you can proofread manually. Proofreading manually. Proofreading manually. So you can also proofread manually, just going through the document. These are the expected answers for this question. Then we have what are the implications of red and green wave line. So this one, green wave line, just to go for it, green, grammar, they start with GR. So green line shows grammatical errors, where red line shows spelling mistakes or too much, or that is too much or no spacing between words. So those are some of the answers you may expect. Then we have what are the properties of a file? Properties of a file. So identify 4 properties of a file that can help you search for it in a computer. We have 2 marks. Then what do you understand by the term artificial intelligence or AI? List 4 areas where AI is applicable. 2 marks. So if we go to the marking scheme, properties of a file, you can use the file name, you can use the file extension, e.g. .docs, that is for Microsoft Word, .mdb for Microsoft Access File, .exls for Microsoft Excel, etc. You can identify the file size, date created and modified. These are the obvious answers that any examiner would mark. Then we have artificial intelligence. This is simulation of human intelligence in the machines, or it is a solution whereby the machine imitates human intelligence. Then application areas of AI, we have robotics, we have healthcare diagnosis and surgery robots, we have finance or fraud detection, and also we have education, where we have intelligence monitoring. You can also add something like neural networks, and also you can add natural language processing. This is whereby machines behave like human beings in terms of processing a language. So these are some of the files, the answers you get. Then we go to the next question. The next question is differentiate between portability in hardware and portability in software. The next question is illustrate the fetch, decode, executive cycle of the CPU. Name 2 types of processors classified according to their processing power. So when we go to our marking scheme, portability in hardware is the ease of moving devices physically, while software portability is the ability of a program to run on different platforms. Somebody else may just say it is the possibility of a software to be carried from one machine to the other. Like now you can carry the files like Microsoft office from one computer to the other. Then we have the fetch, decode, execute cycle. This is in form 1. Fetch means CPU retrieves instructions from the memory. That is to fetch. It retrieves instructions from the memory. Then decode, this is CPU control unit interprets the instructions. So the key word here, it is to interpret the instructions. Then the CPU performs the instruction, that is to execute. Types of processors by processing power, we have reduced instruction set computer RISC, and then we have complex instruction set computer CISC. Then we can proceed with the questions in paper 1. Section A. Name two types, differentiate between text wrapping and word wrapping. Name 4 types of text wrapping. So these are the expected answers. Text wrapping determines how text flows around objects, pictures or shapes. While word wrapping automatically shifts word to the next line when the end of margin is reached. When you insert a picture, like now if I insert a picture here, like now I may insert this one here. You see now there are text wrapping options I can use, these ones. Like now I may put it as square where writings go around it. That is called text wrapping. Where word wrap, when I reach this point, it automatically flows to the next line. Then we have types of text wrapping. You have seen them when I was operating that system. We have square, tight, through, top and bottom. But you can separate bottom and top if they are asking many. Then we proceed. List 3 types of files created during mail merging process. So the keyword here is mail merge. Then state 3 benefits of disk partitioning. So we proceed. The next one, we proceed with the marking scheme. This is the marking scheme. So files created during mail merging, we have main document, other people call it the data. We have data source or the addresses. Then you merge these two. You combine the merged document. Then we have benefits of disk partitioning. Disk partitioning is dividing a disk into sections. You can have drive C, drive D, such. So better file data organization, improve performance, that is parallel access, ease backup and recovery. You know, when you disk partition and virus attack drive C collapses the operating system, you can still get those files. When you install operating system in drive C, you can retrieve them in drive D or E, depending on how you format the disk. Then we have name 2 methods of representing sign bits in data, and then we have this diagram. Let's first of all answer the one because they are not related. So we have 1's complement, we have 2's complement, and also there is the other one, prefixing extra bit. You can put 0 for positive and 1 for negative. Then we have this file. I want us to study this. We have this file. This is in form 1, operating systems and file organization subtopic. So we have drive C. We have Nyeri County. Then we have constituencies where we have Kieni, we have Othaya and Teto. Under Kieni, there is files, Narumoro, and Rasha and Kiawara. So the question is, write the path to Kiawara. So the path to Kiawara is C, Nyeri County, constituencies, Kieni, Kiawara. That is how it should be, but it should be at a stroke. Then identify the drive which the data is saved. So the drive here is drive C. But let's look at the marking scheme. The marking schemes gives us, so fire to Kiawara, we have this one here. You can use this one. Alternatively, you can have it as C. Then here you change this one to constituencies. Constituencies. Then you go to Kieni. Under Kieni now, you get Kiawara. That is the most correct one. So that is the most correct answer. Then drive where data is saved is drive C, because you could see it from here. This is drive C. So then you go to, has skipped Nyeri County. You have to add that to score the marks. So here we have Nyeri County. We have Nyeri County. We have Nyeri County. Then we have the next question. The next question is identify the drive. Okay, state 3 causes of data loss. So this is the keyword here. State the causes of data loss in computer system within an organization. Then list 4 factors to consider when selecting an input device. State 2 ways to prevent repetitive screen injuries, RSI. Then state 4 duties of a system analyst. This is very common, duties of a system analyst during system development. Differentiate between data validation and data verification. Lastly, in this section, define the term socio-engineering. That is in internet, socio-engineering. So we shall now come to section B. Remember, my questions are many because I'm predicting. So I should not have exact questions. So here, causes of data loss. Number 1 is virus or malware attack. We can also have hardware failure. We can have accidental deletion. Remember, hardware failure may be brought by power surges. Factors to consider when selecting an input device like a mouse: cost, its speed in operation, compatibility with the system, whether it can work with the system, accuracy. Then we have ways to prevent RSI. You can state regular breaks. You can use ergonomic equipments that support your body movements. Duties of a system analyst: it's gathering user requirements, designing system specification, then liaising with the stakeholders. These are programmers and managers. Then we have preparing documentation. You can also add training the staff on the new system. Then we have validation versus verification. Validation is checking if data entered is reasonable and within accepted rules. Verification is now confirming data entered matches original source. That is, if you used a textbook to type, then you use the textbook against the typed document. But validation is checking if the data entered is within the range. Socio-engineering: it is a technique of treating users to reveal confidential information. Like now, there is this situation of how Betika, for those who know the story, how Betika was manipulated and the hacker was able to steal millions of money from their accounts. That is socio-engineering. The guy used trick to get passwords and pretended to be an admin. Then we go to section B. Now in section B, I want the paper. In section B here, clearly differentiate between interpreter and compiler. Differentiate between interpreter and compiler. Then a school wants to help pupils choose the right senior school pathway. Here is a senior school pathway. Based on the career they are interested in, the three pathways are STEM, for ranks of doctor, engineering, pilot; arts and sports science, for careers like musician, dancer, athlete; social sciences, for careers like teacher, lawyer, journalist. So write a simple password, write a simple pseudocode that guides the people based on their career interest. Draw the flowchart for the above pseudocode. So guys, we proceed to the marking scheme. So the marking scheme states, an interpreter translates, it is actually a language translator that translates and executes program line by line, where a compiler translates the entire program into a machine code before execution. Then here guys, we have the pseudocode, we have our pseudocode. So our pseudocode is as simple as it looks. So the career, input career. If career is doctor or engineering or pilot, then print STEM pathway. Else, if career equals to musician or dancer or athlete, then print arts and sport science pathway. Else, if career is teacher or lawyer or journalist, then print social sciences pathway. Else, print career not recognized. It is as simple as that. And remember, this is something that can be reflected in Kcse based on upcoming CBC. Then our flowchart will start, then input career, then you have decision based on the system, then it adds from this stroke error message or end. So it will be as simple as that. You can just use the correct symbols to draw that. Then we proceed to the next question. The next question is 17. State 4 methods of information gathering during system development. Name 4 types of maintenance that can be done during system development. State 4 reasons why the maintenance phase is very important in the system development cycle. And lastly, explain any 5 electronic data processing modes that can be used by an organization for effective information systems. So we proceed to checking the marking scheme. So methods of information gathering, you can use interviews, questionnaires, observation, and also document review. Types of maintenance, we have corrective, adaptive, perfective, and preventive. You see now, this is corrective. So you are correcting the errors identified by the user. Adaptive is to make it compatible with the operating system or the system you are using. For example, if you have created a software in Office 2010, you can make it adapt Office 2021 by improving some features. Preventive, this is done before you submit the system, so you will be preventing it from some failure. That is preventive. Perfective is like upgrading it. Then importance of maintenance phase. It is used to fix error or bugs, ensure system adapts to the changing environment, also improves efficiency, extend lifespan of the system. So these are the importances of the maintenance phase. Then we have electronic data processing modes. We have batch processing. This is whereby you collect the data and then process it at once. Then you have online stroke interactive processing, where data is processed as it comes. This is very similar to real time. Then we have distributed processing, whereby computers are operated from different offices or different geographical location to a central server. Then we proceed. Define the term email client. Give 4 examples of email clients you may have run. Give situations where BCC and CC are used when sending an email. Briefly describe how you can send an email attachment, e.g. a document or a photo, to a client. Explain any 5 services offered by the internet today. So as we proceed to the marking scheme, we have question number 18. An email client is a software application used to access and manage emails. So examples here, we have Microsoft Outlook, the former Hotmail. Then we have Mozilla Thunderbird. We have application like Apple Mail for those uses Apple. Then we have Gmail. You can also add Yahoo. We have Yahoo and also Exit. So these are the answers. These are the email clients you can find and use. Then we have when to use BCC. BCC stands for Bright Carbon Copy, and CC stands for Carbon Copy. So CC is when you want others to see who else received the email, while BCC, it's when you want to hide clients' addresses. So you can send an email, but using BCC, the other people who received the email will not know others had been sent. Sending an attachment, you click attachment, that's you log in to your Gmail account, you click on attach, it will bring a dialog box with browse. Browse is to search. So select browse to the location of the document, e.g. my music, my videos, my pictures. Select document or photo, then send. Then email services offered by the internet. We have email, we have social media, kina Facebook, kina Twitter, those ones are kina TikTok, Instagram. Online banking, that one is self-explanatory. Online banking is where you can transfer money, like using PayPal. Then we have cloud storage. Cloud storage is where you can use something like Google Drive. You can use something else like Dropbox. So such are examples of cloud storage. This is keeping documents in the internet, in drives. Then we have e-commerce. This is business done by a client and the seller and the buyer on the internet. Something like Jumia. You can buy something from Jumia, Mama Mike's, such sites. Then we have question number 19. Question number 19 says, state 3 coding schemes used in data representation. Using 8 bits 2's complement, solve 8 minus 10 and express your answer in decimal notation. Then solve this addition. Then differentiate between assembly language and machine language. So when I go back to my marking scheme, coding schemes, we have ASCII, we have BCDIC, you can also have Unicode. Then this is how you solve this. You first of all convert 8 to 8 bits binary, 10 to 8 bits binary. Then 2's complement of 10 is 2's complement is 1's complement of a number. Add 1's complement of a number. Like now here, 1's complement of this 10, you change all zeros to 1 and all 1 to zeros. It's called negation. Then 2's complement of a number is 1's complement of a number plus 1. So it becomes this. Then you add the value of 10 to 8, to that value given. Then we have this one. So the answer here is -2. So we have the other one. The other one is straight addition. Assembly language is a low-level language using mnemonics. Mnemonics are symbols. Instead of using the actual variable, or a field name, we use symbols, mnemonics, close to machine code. Then machine language is a binary code executed directly by CPU. It is actually zeros and ones, so it is simple for the machine to read. Then we have the last question, question 20. We have question 20. Question 20 says, differentiate between a primary key and a foreign key and an index, 3 marks. Using a variable diagram, distinguish between at least 2 types of database models. You know the database models, so you can differentiate them. Give situations where you use some if function versus COUNTIF and if in Microsoft Excel. Name 3 characteristics of a primary key field. Then state 3 ways of solving enter parameter error in Microsoft Access query. So this is an application question from our packages, and for that case, primary key is a field that uniquely identifies each record. Something like an ID number, admission number, registration number, car number plate. It is a uniquely field that identifies. Whereas a foreign key is actually a field that establishes relationship between tables. Rather, when you have a primary key, admission number in table A, and you repeat the admission number in table B, this is called a foreign key. It's a field repeated, but it's not really a primary key. An index is a field that improves speed of searches. It makes you search easily because you can arrange in a certain way. Like for example, you can say in descending order, making it easy to get. Then database model, you can draw the diagrams. You can revise the diagrams from your textbook. We have hierarchical, we have relational, we have flat file, network, object oriented. Make sure you know how to draw them. When to use some if, COUNTIF and if. Some if is summing various meeting a condition. Like now, if you have oranges and you want to sum the sum of oranges, you can, that is the sales of the oranges, you can sum if. But if I want to know how many oranges were sold, I can use COUNTIF. So COUNTIF is counting various meeting a condition. So the key value here is summing and counting. Those are the differences. If is a logical test returning values. If A equals to 10, you say like very good. If A equals to 9, good. If A, you see now you are repeating a field. Then we have characteristics of a primary key. It must be unique, cannot be blank, that is null, should not be changing over time. So primary key, here you can just say it's unique for that case to make it easier. Then ways to solve enter parameter error. Number 1 is correcting field names. For example, if you had deleted, if you have written something like now, moral, then you write a moral. You see now, you have to correct the spellings. Then ensure query references correct tables. Yeah, assume a situation whereby you have a table called car with car registration number, and then you have amount that car was bought. Then you go to table B, that is the buyer. You have now the car number again. Then you are referencing car number in vehicle table or car table in a query from buyer's table. That one will give you an error. Then remove unnecessary parameter and remove unnecessary parameters. Now remember, I'll give you links to videos about sum if, count if, and if, and also primary key field and this one. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember, this is my final paper 1 prediction, so take it seriously, revise. It will give you more oversight on what is expected in paper 1. Remember to subscribe if you have not. Remember to like and also share this one to other students. Thank you very much.